In this video, we are going to cover some plug-and-play wireless controllers. Next, I will cover a bug with the Bluetooth and how to fix it. Lastly, we will pair a PS4 controller to the Lay Potato. These are some wireless Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo controllers I purchased. They come with a micro USB cable to USB-A cord to charge them. There's not an AC adapter, so you will need to use an existing one. I will have links in the video description if you are looking for the same setup. The controller comes already paired with USB wireless receivers. The downside is each controller then takes up a USB input. Let's go ahead and plug them in. Once they are plugged in, we can start up the Lay Potato, although you do not have to have your Lay Potato turned off to plug them in and start using them. Here's the Super Nintendo controller. If you haven't already set up the buttons, you should be prompted to do so right away. If not, go into the main menu and choose Configure Input option. If you have already done this with a wired controller, this will look very familiar. You just tap the input for each item and it will automatically move down. For inputs that don't exist on the controller, you'll just have to hold down any button until it skips to the next input. Once done, you can use the controller just like any other. Next, let's do the regular Nintendo. I do want to point out the controllers may power off if idle. You have to push the start button and wait for the light to turn solid. The steps are the same for the regular Nintendo. This is a pretty slick and easy setup. Again, the only issue is you have to use up your USB inputs for each controller. Now let's look at doing a PS4 controller. This requires a USB dongle and will have a link in the description. The cool thing about this is you can use one USB input to hook up several controllers. And the Retropie option, select Bluetooth. You'll have to switch to a USB keyboard for this next bit. Now at this point, it should install a few things. However, please see my video on this error. I essentially did not have a connection. If you select Register and Connect to Bluetooth device, you should get an error message like this, or one that says Import Error, no module named dbus. You will need to go to the command prompt. I pressed Alt plus F2 on my keyboard to go to a quick command prompt. Lay Potato admin name is Libre and password is computer to log in. To fix the Bluetooth issue, you have to type in this command, which is sudo apt-get install python-dbus. I'll put it in the description. Again, I had an issue with my internet connection, covered in another video, So this looks a little messy, but I'm cropping in video of when I had it all sorted out. When prompted, select yes to install python-dbus. Sit back and wait for it to finish, and type in the restart command, sudo shutdown -r now. After restarting, go to the Retropie menu option and then to Bluetooth. This time you will see some items install. Once in the menu, select Register and Connect to Bluetooth device. This time it should say Searching. Now you'll need to put your controller into pairing mode. For a PS4 controller, that's holding down the PlayStation button and the share button until the lights start flashing. You do need to do this when the controller is turned off. It will not enter pairing mode if you turned it on and it's paired to some other device. Searching may take some time, and sometimes you may want to kick your controller into pairing mode a second time. Once it's done searching, you should see a list of all Bluetooth devices that are discoverable. You are looking for the one labeled wireless controller. Select wireless controller option, then select display yes/no option. For a PS4 controller, it will light up with a color to show you are now paired. Mine shows up here with a solid blue color. You can now exit back to Emulation Station interface and configure your input. The PS4 controller should have an input for every item listed. Now I will say the range on the plug and play is pretty good. I sit about 10 to 15 feet away from my lay potato. In metric, that would be about 3 to 5 meters. Most of the time it'll work perfectly, but there will be times when it seems to disconnect or to be slow to respond. The Bluetooth dongle seems to work a little better. However, once in a great while, I feel like there is a lag or skip. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did.